So just to get an idea, how many of you have at least a PC or a PC peripheral? It could be a monitor or a keyboard or something lying around at home, not being used, and you don't have any plans of using it as well. Okay. Great. It's quite encouraging. So, simple idea, nothing very complicated or something like. We are looking for people like you who do not use such PC peripherals, but would probably want to give it away for for some kind of a useful purpose. We do that thing. We connect people who want to donate their PCs or peripherals to organizations. These could be schools, these could be NGOs, and enable them to connect to each other so that there is proper use of such stuff. As of now, we are not a registered organization. It's just 3 of us working out of 3 different cities, and it's mostly part-time work for us. We just thought of it as a volunteer activity, and we have done quite well as in the past 1 year that we have been doing this. We have almost connected like close to 100 PC donators to different organizations. These have been mostly schools and some small NGOs. So the value proposition for the people around is like, yeah, you get a good feeling after having donated. Like I had a PC lying around for almost 4-5 years without being used. It was my college PC. I did have like good attachment with it. I didn't want to sell it off to a junk dealer. I thought probably if a kid uses it somewhere, I'll feel a lot better. So that's what I did. My PC is being used at a very small school in Odisha, somewhere in the village. Similarly, lot many other people who wanted to do such a thing, they donated. And right now what we are trying to do is we are trying to connect with corporates. So there are some bottlenecks wherein there are some regulations, because most of the offices in Bangalore or the bigger offices, they have their PCs under some kind of custom bonding. So we need to find out what the details regarding that are and how easy, how we can go and make it easy for them to be able to donate their older computers. So once that happens, we hope we'll be able to connect with a lot larger NGOs, and we'll have a good kind of number. So because right now we are only doing individual donations, that connecting to the corporates would be probably the next step for us. So any questions?
I have a question. I've been to a school where I'm associated just to help them to throw the monitors, because they were donated and something they were absolutely of no use, and they had a tough time what to do with those monitors.
Okay. So you mean to say they were not working?
Yeah, either they are, when it's not serving me, I know it even doesn't serve there, because these kids in the colleges, they require very advanced computers nowadays. And it's like dumping some other place from here to there. So
we are not looking at schools which would want to do really high-end graphic stuff or things like that on those computers. We are looking at really poor schools which cannot afford any kind of a computing equipment. So that's the target thing. And another thing is that we will ensure that those whatever is donated through us is at least in working condition. And if there is any amount of small servicing needed, we have been doing that. So currently out of our own pocket, but we have a kind of a business model thought around that, where we will be providing AMC solutions to these schools as well. So that again will be for not for profit. It will be just the nominal charge which can cover the servicing of that particular equipment and to keep it in a running condition.
Problem you might face.
Yes, so right now we are asking the organization which is receiving the equipment to arrange for the transportation, and almost 90% of the donations that have happened have been in the same cities. Say for example, you have a user in Bangalore and you have an organization in Bangalore. So for the but then we do get requests which are like in remote areas. So we are trying to partner with some logistic companies, because they can show it as part of their corporate social responsibility, and we can help these people transport this equipment to the remote places.
Looking at refurbishing it? Are you looking at refurbishing?
No, we are not looking at refurbishing, at least not right now, because that will involve more kind of not probably more money, but probably more time on our behalf. So we do not have the right number of volunteers as of now. We are like only 3 active volunteers, and then there are like 10, 12 volunteers whom we keep pulling up once in a while to do some verifications for us. So we also do verifications. So when we donate a PC to a particular NGO or organization, we ensure that they are genuine and they're not going to use it for any kind of a commercial purpose as such. So that's one more thing we do.
So do you kind of take a whole PC as a package, or give us peripheral will do for you?
Anything.
And then do you take care of assembling the PC?
Say for example, I have you are willing to donate a monitor, and then there is someone else who is put up a CPU, and then there's someone who has a keyboard. So we just we can see all those data in our spreadsheet. So on our website, if you go, you can just either request a PC, or you can also offer your PC, so or your peripheral. So we keep getting that data in a formatted form, and then based on where the requirements are and what are the availability, we just match it.
Do you need to have would you wait for the entire or all the peripherals of the PC will kind of to be available?
No, say for example, if you log in, if you put in some data, like you have a keyboard available, we just confirm from you, and then we say that we'll get back to you when we want to pick it up from you. So we do not have any kind of a storage of our own, because we don't want to do that. If we have, we get it from you, and then we don't find a organization which we want to use it. That's not done deal. So we'll leave it with you. Once we have an organization and once we have verified their credentials, we come back to you and pick it up from you.
So how do you run this? How do you get money to at least run this?
So we are right now running it out of our own pocket, and it's not very expensive. To be very frank, it's very minimal amount of money needed. It's mostly a little bit of time commitment, not much about that. So anyone does any kind of a charity work as such in a year, so probably this is what we would do. And apart from that, no, that's not only the only motive. Everyone does not get the opportunity to do a startup. Say for example, I have some really good ideas, but I do not have the kind of the opportunity to go out and do a startup. I cannot drop my day job today. But then I can learn a few things or two about management, a thing or two about marketing, a thing or two about going and meeting to people. So this is probably another avenue to do that.
So you're coming here to look for money or volunteers?
Volunteers.
Does the donor carry backpack wearers?
Yes. You can do.
Take one last question.